Spencer has been converted. So that's how we do it. How are you doing and how have you been? My name's Tazastical. We're back with Rimworld. Let's get to it. So off the back of some extraordinarily successful episodes, what is the plan for today? The plan for greatness, the plan that is going to shoot us to the top. So obviously the prisoners is sort of just a day by day going through it. The wall's the next thing, and don't get me wrong, we always say the wall is the problem. However, this episode, we're actually be in the right state to do it. We've got our dumping stockpile that we did right to the end of last episode. So we're going to start to hoard all the blocks in there. Just to make whoever crafts, their life a little bit more easier. Good is still currently on haul and stuff like that, but I think after a little while on today's episode, we'll get Good back on crafting and stuff. Okay, we're actually being able to deconstruct some of this, which is actually really good, which basically shows we're super on top of all our building and whatnot, because obviously once all the building's done, or I know we've got one caller here, we will get this up. But I think this might be Stomp getting that part of the wall up that I really don't want you to. I'd love to cancel it, but we'll leave it for the time being. Okay, it turns out all the colonists needed to be in a good mood was a clean, happy home with meals. Who would have thought it? This game is too easy, I'm telling you. But yeah, the food production is actually going really well to the point where we might actually expand the amount of meals that Smarty makes day to day. However, as we see here, Smarty's getting to the point where she can actually catch up with everything and then go do other tasks, which is actually really, really nice. Making smoke leaf perfect, because obviously that's the drug we do day to day. And then we've even got some flake, 12 flake, just in case people's moods get really low. Obviously, we still need to keep an eye on that, because if people's moods stay too low for too long, then they will get addicted to flake. So it's not like plain sailing, while it will help us get us out of a potential breakdown, we have to be careful, otherwise everyone will get addicted to flake and then that will have its own problems itself. Okay, there is a dirty kitchen, so we've got food poisoning, which is a little bit sad, but it is what it is. Thing is, we haven't got a full-time cleaner, and Good is actually doing smithing stuff, so I think what Good is doing now is breaking down really bad weapons. So what we could do is actually get Good on cleaning for a while, just to make sure everything is really cleanly. When we get out of that, then Good maybe do some crafting, get some blocks up, then we can finish these walls everywhere. Even start to double some areas, shall I get really luxurious? We might be able to get that. Spencer is to the point where he's going to be converted. He's only at 30% with his own religion. I believe, however, I know there have been some updates while this playthrough has been going. When we first started, I believe if we got it to 0%, that it automatically transferred over to our ideology. Whether that's still the case or not, obviously we'll find out. Hopefully it is, because that's nice and easy. But obviously then we'll deal with that however it goes. But once they are converted, then obviously they are happy to... Why is your name a different colour? Convert ideology. I don't know. Your name's slightly different colour. I imagine it means something. Okay. War merchant coming in. Coming in from this side. So I might trade with them just to see what they value more with smoke leaf and flake, because then that will sort of give me the idea of if I should expand any of these zones, make more, that sort of stuff. Which I don't know how I would. I suppose I can pull them down, can't I? Yeah. So Alpin, while you're there, I want to trade with them early before they potentially run into the bugs and die. Because they'll probably run straight through these doors. Which would be ultra negative, so we want to trade early if they've got anything we want. Okay, that says everything there, so flake is sold for more. Obviously not crazy amounts, has to be said, but it's still sold more. Let's get rid of anything that we don't want. So we don't want the knife, the bolt action we do want. Any bad clothing? Not really. And there's definitely nothing we want from you. Just having a double check. You've got some food, but actually our food situation is pretty good. So flake is worth more. No, not by much though. There's only 2 Rimworld dollars in between it. Right, they're going to go straight up to them bugs. So let's already tell everyone to stay inside. Hopefully they don't hold the door open to the point where the bugs can actually come up and attack us. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. That's what we want. Oh, don't like that. Okay. Oh, yeah, our people are inside, so that's fine. Hopefully the bugs lose aggro pretty quickly. Okay, the bugs are attacking the walls, which is a bit negative to see, but we do stand firm. Right, that bug is going to come through this wall here. So that is priority to get that sorted straight away. Should have enough granite, because I think it's only 5 that it takes. So Stomp, Stomp, I'm going to give you all areas. All areas come in here. The reason why we've got to repair that super quick is because if they come into the production room, like, the stuff they'll destroy in here will cost us so much. Right, then put you back to staying inside. It's the nice thing about telling people to stay inside. There's plenty of jobs in here to actually be able to achieve. Okay, the bugs are going to go to sleep in a minute, so I will expand our zone because we should be fine. Okay, that fire is a little bit negative, but hopefully the rain will put it out. I don't want it to attack the bug. Smarty's in a daze. Intense pain, hungry. Food poisoning. Okay, luckily we've got lots of moods to obviously get through that breakdown from Smarty, because obviously Smarty's our cook, but yeah, a bit sad about that breakdown because we could have actually avoided that quite easily. Where's Good? Good is cleaning everywhere. Good to see. Woohoo! Yeah, so I want Good just to basically go around, tidy everything, and then I want you straight on crafting. So then we can get some blocks up and get that outer wall done. Stomp, I'm going to get you to probably mine that steel tomorrow. So then we've got loads of corn again. Okay, you are cleaning. Just watching Good here. Hopefully Good will clean all the bedrooms. And then I might get Good to actually haul some corn before time for bed. No, come clean this. And then I'm going to get you to haul a bit of corn. There we go. Alpin's up. His job is going to be hauling corn. No, just let him grow. See, the problem is we really don't want Alpin doing this either. But I think we have to, because Alpin's obviously the only one of our religion, so I imagine he's the only one that then can convert them. But doing it slowly he is. Obviously being able to power through on speed 3 like we've been doing is actually really, really helpful. You're putting food... Okay, that's fine. I think he got too close to the bugs and is now running away. No, he's not. He's going to deconstruct the limestone wall. Which is nice, gives us a bit of limestone. Okay, the problem that obviously then he's having is then it's activating like, oh, I can build all the limestone walls now. So I'd actually rather you do all this in one fell swoop rather than keep coming back and forth. Okay, good. You got the majority of things cleaned. So when you wake up, you can be a hauler for a bit. I really would like to get crafting done, but the problem is obviously we don't want corn and stuff to deteriorate. I'm really starting to think that this cornfield is big enough that we can actually not even bother with rice. Because, like, we've got 666, whoa, spooky, in the freezer of corn, 167 of rice, but maybe now's not probably the time. Let's get the freezer really full. Rescuing Larry. 2 pirates. Like, we don't know anything about you. 5 turrets, 1 mortar, 2 pirates, defender. Yeah, but it's the turrets that scare me, especially with our lack of armour or anything. Feels quite nice to be on speed 3, I have to admit. A long time a coming. Okay, what I will do is then lock Good inside the walls. So then that means Good will pretty much only haul all that. Stomp getting more of the limestone wall up. Can you get some of this side up, though? I love how you couldn't get... I'm not even going to acknowledge what Stomp is now doing. Starvation. Who is? Oh, when? Alpin's meditating, living the dream, loving life. That's what we like to see. Smarty's thrown up on the floor. Smarty, this is a long breakdown you've had. Cool, Smarty's... Stomp's coming down to... He needs Smarty to come out that breakdown. Running that low on food. And I know we can get someone else to cook, but Smarty... Such a high level, and obviously the higher level in cooking skills, the lower chance of food poisoning. The reason why we're getting food poisoning at the minute is just because we're not cleaning the kitchen enough. Okay, Good is doing that quite nice. Stomp in the morning, we need to get steel. Let's get this cooler up, like... Problem is, we've got so much to do. Because we've got quite a big base for a little colony, really. Which is fine, there's nothing bad about that. I do sort of like how... obviously it's going to look nicer once we sort all this bit out. I think that's the problem sometimes. You can get too hampered on like what a colony should look like rather than worrying about surviving. I'm just looking for this visitor. Bit concerned she'll walk straight through the bugs, which definitely would anger me quite a lot. I think it's the same batch of fine meals that is making everyone, or giving everyone food poisoning. Helping converting the prisoners extraordinarily slowly, but converting them he is. They will be converted, whether they like it or not. Smarty's out of our breakdown. Lovely. Love to see it. Okay, Stomp building some more of our double ply wall. I'll just leave Stomp doing that. Oh, no. What we wanted to do was actually make Stomp do some mining. So Stomp, get to it, my man. And then we can get that cooler up, hopefully. Let me also put some haul orders in for these steel slag chunks. All this cloth needs to be hauled as well at some point, but let's worry about one thing at a time, I suppose. Okay, looking good, looking good. Okay, looks like Smarty's back to cooking, which is perfect because we only had 4 meals left. Don't know what we do with this rice area. I mean, rice is nice just because it's so quick. I'm starting to think our time is getting wasted on it. Because obviously while it growing really quick, obviously we're having to spend more time on it just because of that. Okay, Alpin, you need to start hauling some of these, otherwise we're gonna lose a load of them. So let's get you doing that, my man. Thank you, thank you. It's the thing with obviously Good being our hauler and cleaner at night. It sort of stresses me out in the day at not getting done at the same time, but it is what it is. It's not the worst thing in the world, it just stresses me out, but there's no point losing... Because I think every now and then we are losing crops where we're just being a little bit lazy hauling it. Not on purpose. Yeah, I'd love to get all this walled. Really, really would. Right, Stomp. How much is there? 92 steel. And what are you doing now? Smoking flake. So this is because your mood is really low. So then if we go to needs... So high on flake is 35 positive. So that's what I'm talking about. That will punch you up. However, obviously what we've got to keep an eye on is that we don't keep letting their mood drop, because then they'll get addicted to it. But that's why we do it. Mood low, go smoke some flake. I think flake must be crystal meth. Go smoke some flake, living the dream. So we'll need to be careful, obviously, doing that, but doing it we are. Okay, Good is now hauling again. What I will do for you, Good, is actually I'm going to change this inside the walls, because I think we're possibly going to be up here sooner rather than later. And I don't mind you actually going up there. The reason why I've locked Good in that zone is mainly to just make sure you're hauling crops and stuff rather than like worrying about hauling like a stone or something. And you can get to this dumping stockpile. Okay, blocked by bamboo tree, but that's fine. Our batteries are full, so I won't worry about that right this second. There we go, Good. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So yeah, really happy with our flake plan. Alpin's probably going to have to wake up and do it straight away in the morning. Glad we've got this route clear so we actually have a speedy way to get around the colony, which is nice. Future bedrooms are probably going to go up here, which is a bit sad because our doctorum needs loads of trees near us. Could take down this wall at some point, but I don't like the idea of it, to be honest. Okay, so we have lots in the stockpile. Look at our freezer. Just expands this zone a little bit. Need more food in there, really. But Smarty's on it, that's fine. It's only because Smarty had a breakdown for a couple of days. How are the prisoners getting on? God, that guy from the Empire really doesn't want to be part of our ideology. Hey, Spencer could actually come to our side when it gets broken. And then we'll be happy to then start reducing resistance and recruiting, so that'll be perfect. Yeah, really good colonists we've got here, so it'd be good to have them on our side sooner rather than later. Okay, Alpen, I know you're going to harvest the corn, but actually, can you haul this first? Okay, food production's back on track. We've got loads of food in the freezer. Unless we grow trees here? I don't know. Unless this is where more bedrooms could go. Because this cornfield is, like I said, once this would get all up, it's going to be so strong. Just with the amount we get from a single plant, like our starvation problems, like unless power goes down and the freezer goes down, like we're looking extraordinarily good. Good is still hauling. Good, we're probably at the point where there's nothing more we need you to haul. So I'm happy for you to do some crafting and help us that way. So do some crafting and then grow and plant cut if you're done with that. So then hopefully we're going to get some plants cut and whatnot. Stomp is overdosing. Oh god. Please don't die. Accidentally overdosed while consuming flake. Is that a thing? I wasn't really keeping an eye on your mood. Is everyone using flake? No. No. You're high on flake. Okay, so let's manage drug policy. Select our drug policy. If you use flake, every day is too much. Every 3 days? Let's do every 3 days. If your mood gets below that, I think every day is too much. Whoopsie. We're learning. So stomp, like health-wise. Drug overdose. Jesus, you nearly died. Still could die, I suppose. Yep, so lesson learned. So if flake gets used, then just don't... Rather than being like, oh, watch their mood now, we just won't let them use it then for another. Maybe we should be even more strict with it. Yeah. Manage drug policy. Select policy. Let's do 5 days, so you only can use it once every 5 days to give us a little bit of a boost. Because, yeah, the problem is if they have 2 negative days or 3, 4 negative days on a row. So 5 days might even be, like, too close, but that's fine. We'll go with that and fly through it. Alpin, are you still addicted to smoke leaf? Small amount. You still getting the high life, though. So I wonder if we can actually reduce smoke leaf to once a day. And let's really get our drug policy down. Because obviously that's going to be what kills us, not bit. And the thing is, it's just not knowing the drug policies. Now, I know people, feel free to chuck to me what works for you in the comments. I don't like to Google everything. Some things I do like to Google, like for instance, when we were going to beat up Spencer and imprison him that way. There's some things I Google because I think actually if they go bad, they're going to go really bad. Stuff like this, potentially killing all our people by overdosing, I think it adds to the story and it's quite entertaining. Spencer has been converted. So that's how we do it. Spencer and Alpin talked about claymores. Lovely. Yeah, that's how we do it. So that's how we get people over. Obviously now we have to reduce resistance, and resistance is quite high at 18, sorry. That's how we do it. And then when Spencer joins, we've got 2 more people with us. Now, if we cut trees and mine anything, obviously Spencer will get a mood loss as well. So it is worth knowing that. So do we have enough steel to actually build this cooler? I think probably what the problem is we don't have the components. So stomp, is there any ship chunk parts nearby. Could come and destroy that. Nothing super close. Bit of silver there. Let's allow that. Don't really want to run across the map, but I think that's what we're going to have to do, isn't it? Right, come deconstruct that. Okay, Alpin's doing the cornfield. Nice. Good. What are you doing? Okay, you're breaking down that, which has given us some steel. 15 at a pop, but that's pretty much how we're going to get the majority of our steel, sadly. Actually, that 15 will push us over the edge. Days Spencer, chemical starvation. That's fine because he's in prison. Not the worst thing. So we might be able to get this cooler up to end the episode, which sounds hilarious, but obviously if you've been watching, oh, then 20 steel, 5 components. Work on this cooler, then the bedrooms are sorted. Now, apart from the overdose, which got over quite quickly, I might add. Like, I don't know how the overdoses work in Rimworld. Like, if there's just, like, a chance of death, or if it is a condition that they're just, like... Because obviously, in real life, there's a chance of dying when you overdose, so I don't know how that works in Rimworld, or how it's represented. But, it's an experience for them all, like... I think we have got a good colony. I know I keep saying this, like, you know, like crazy people. I'm not crazy, But no, I think we're doing really well. Obviously, don't even get me started on the wall. I promise to never start another episode by saying, today we're going to get the wall up, okay? But today we're going to finish with getting the cooler up. Which I think we'll all agree is probably about time. So there we go. Another thing that we will do that was pointed out to me early on in this series is we probably want another battery room. So instead of just mining in here and putting more batteries, we'll probably have some batteries like down here or maybe off the kitchen. So if these get attacked and get destroyed, we've still got then, you know, to hold up on other batteries. Or if a power conduit gets destroyed here and, you know, power can't naturally come down here, it will have its own storage down here. So that's nice. That being said, we could put solar panels in here. So we have got lots of options. Which is nice, let's be honest, as a colony, that's what we want. We want lots of options. Good is helping with growing, which... Like, how much... what is the button? I want to see how much drugs we've got in the freezer. That's not... I'm fighting with the screen now. Okay, actually, we've got a lot of drugs in here, so actually I think... We've got so much food and so much drugs, so I don't think Good needs to really worry about helping with growing and plant cutting. I think it's just going to be craft, haul and clean. So come clean for the time being, because actually everything is really disgusting. And I don't think Good needs to help with growing anymore. I think we're pretty on top of stuff. What's going to obviously break us down is stuff getting dirty, moods getting low. We're going to need to start queuing up stuff for like marble artwork to be done. But make no mistake, this colony is here to stay. And obviously then we had, and I think what's so brilliant about this colony that we haven't even spoke about is we got a big sapper raid last time. Okay, a mediocre raid, let's say. Our Killbox, now we have sorted it, gives us the opportunity where we've had 2 full episodes of pretty much being able to just progress. Because normally when a raid happens, you've got to deal with it in some form or another. We don't. And that's why I wanted to... That's why all this struggle... This is what all this struggle has been for. Because now we've got to this point, we can just progress extremely happily and let the bugs deal with anything. Like, we are on the hardest difficulty. Like, don't... We are on losing is fun. Cassandra Classic. And I have enjoyed Cassandra Classic. Like, I'll have to do... Hit the microphone. I'm sorry. I'm too excited. The hands are flying and as I'm talking. But I like Cassandra Classic. I'm not sure if I like her more than Randy. It's sort of a toss-up. Because Randy at some points in like my previous series would like leave you alone for an extraordinarily amount of time and then suddenly hit you with like 7 mech attacks off the bounce. Which... I'm not sure if that adds anything to the story where... Cassandra's been extremely entertaining. Obviously, She's going to start to hit harder soon, and that is going to be a problem. I think the only things that we worry about is getting drop-ins. So, things that actually physically drop into our base. So I think for that we're going to need more doors. Possibly if we can get storage to a high enough level where we can have lots of steel components, we could then just sacrifice parts of the base. So it might be worth it might actually be good having all these walls, because then we can open the doors and actually shoot the bugs and trigger them to come in. You know, it's all stuff that we got to think about. But saying that, we do have obviously shield belts and stuff, so there is an element that actually, while we don't look equipped to fight, we can fight. And this progression that we're able to do now, you know, you need all this basis, you need the bedrooms up, you need the food up, you need the hauling, the cleaning getting done. We've got all that done now. We can prioritise research soon and actually get good equipment, so if anyone comes at us, we're coming back. If you got to this part of the video, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment. And I'll catch you next time, pie people. Bye.